It has been 2 weeks since I not make any video. I know it's kind of long, but I already. I'm thanks for patiently waiting. If you have watched, I'm very proud of you guys. Napoleon once said during the islands of Saint Helena, "There is nothing we can do. We facile fire." I don't know. Sorry, I'm not good at French, but anyway, sure. If you know, why I talk about Napoleon. Of course, I have already watched the movie Napoleon, and I'm disappointed. This is miserably paid. I mean, very pain, miserably pain. Yes, you know, I don't know how to talk, but yes, this movie is kind of very bad. If you tell me about the movie. Oh, I think it's kind of one of the worst movie I have seen this year. Okay, the first thing I would like to say is that the good thing I feel about this movie, and then the bad thing. Okay, the first thing I like about this movie is the costume. I mean, the costume is quite good actually, especially for the 18th century and 19th century era. And I do see Napoleon Napoleon costume is quite accurate, and I kind of like it too. It's good, quite impressive actually, if you ask me. I think the team is doing pretty good to accurate describe the costume during that era, and I will appreciate. And then uh, some things I really doesn't need to talk too much about. The thing is, I'm kinda like do like the some things I like. I forgot about it. Okay, what thing I don't really talk. I hate. The thing is, I don't. Okay, the thing that I don't really like about the Napoleon movie is, sorry. Uh, First thing off is his relationship with Josephine. I mean, kind of cringy, for me. Is kind of cringe inducing for me. His relationship with Josephine. Yeah, I know. No. I mean, yes, his relationship is very well. I mean, Jocelyn and Josephine is the relationship in this movie portrayed is kind of bad. Make me like think. This movie should not call Napoleon. This movie should call Josephine instead. I don't know how the heck she's called Josephine. I don't know why, because I kind of hate it. Now, talk about Napoleon. Of course, we're going to talk about battle. Okay, cinematography about the movie is kind of dark and absolutely boring. Oh Jesus Christ! I know it's kind of stupid, but listen, I think like the movie can be do better if the movie gives them some lighting lah. Because the movie is the cinematography is kind of bad for me, and ah, it's awful, man. I don't know how to describe. And then okay, talk about battle scene. There is a there is a six battle scene in Napoleon movie, and the first one is the siege of Toulon. I don't know how to spell, but it's about the first Napoleon battle that he's involved, and this movie is portrayed quite accurately. Because if you want to review if you want to see how this battle going on, check this map. Anyway, so Napoleon was plan was to take the small fortress but that going to be bottleneck between the Spanish and the British Navy. So the Napoleon's role is to take Napoleon's are assigned to take that place instantly, and he's doing pretty good job portraying the movie. And the siege is quite good actually. You kind of bloody mess. So of course United States, and of course it's kind of bloody mess. But I actually appreciate how the he can do better. And then we have something I don't like about the battle is the horse die. The horses die. So I I don't think this is bad, but according to history, yes, I'm history geek and I history buff guy. If you will tell me, but kind of stupid. But if you think about that, the how about how they protect the horse and die? Actually, his horse doesn't die. So this is truth. The horse is really doesn't die, and everyone will be no. How can it possible do that? But actually, the horse is doesn't die in the battle because I don't know. So so I'm already forget, but because the horse doesn't die, but they told us so. So the battle is pretty good. So I don't really hesitate so much to talk about the battle, and I think the battle is enjoyable. Okay, next up, if I giving rating the battle, I would the battle of Toulon scenes will give 8 out of 10. The, something which hindered the movie is how the horse was killed, but actually not. And then we have the second battle, or or should I say, quell a revolt. The 13th Voldemort. The scenes I would think very accurate, portraying how Napoleon managed to suppress the rebel. I think it's quite accurate. The rebel, especially when the troops are outnumbered, and then got to suppress the revolt, and then they use some little cannon, and Napoleon used his cannon to blow up the people. No, I don't want to say that thing because I scared the YouTube will jump to tell fuck you bitch. So simply to say, Napoleon did his work, and it quite short, but I think is simplified but very good actually. So the Voltimere, I will say I will give my rating 9 out of 10, and then I kinda disappointed, especially they don't show us one of these famous campaign, the first Napoleon first Italian campaign, because this it is the first time he met his companion or mod or soon will be his marshal in future, like Shusett and Messena. I think kind of disappointing because they are never giving screen time and giving this battle sequence, because one of my favorite Napoleon campaign during the Italy is Battle of Lodi, of course, when Napoleon learned how to be a tough guy among his big boy. And I really like, and I really adore that. I really adore the Napoleon, how he's managed to hold his teammate. So I think it's quite good actually. I think something this I can give, if I can give more credit to this movie if he showed the Napoleon campaign though, because the Napoleon campaign is some of the most critical moment from him, and then his skip over is kind of stupidly disappointing. And I am also disappointing. What the fuck? Anyway, so something I would like to say about this movie is I don't know, but let's see his campaign in Egypt. Okay, the campaign in Egypt is one of dumbest and one absurdly dumb. If you ask me why, if you wonder why, okay, easy to say and describe is I mean how the fuck he shoot the pyramid, but in history he never shoot the pyramid, and I don't give a fuck why the fuck he's shooting that fucking pyramid. And I think the pyramid is he's shooting the pyramid is quite not accurate too, because during the battle of pyramid he not doesn't near the pyramid lah. I mean he is very 15 17 miles over pyramid when he fighting the Brits and Ottoman Turks during that time. So I think it's quite disappointing actually. And then kind of disappointing, but I think many potential for the Napoleon Egyptian champion. And then he skipped many things I think is quite significant for the story. The Egypt campaign is okay, yeah, fine. Okay. Next, I want to talk about the coup d'etat because I think the coup d'etat is kind of weird actually. Oh, okay, don't blame me, please. I know it's kind of stupid, but listen, the coup d'etat is quite good. So for me, I think like the portrait the coup d'etat of the Radical Republic Senate is quite good. So it's not of a big deal actually. Show some simpler version though. I don't care so much, but I do appreciate how they do that a good job, especially the actor to make some suspense drama, and I do enjoy it. Okay. Next thing is she become emperor. I mean, she become first consul. I mean, that's a while. I mean, like, quite what? So become first consul instantly and then become emperor. I mean, what the heck? I don't know lah, but kind of stupid and very disappointing for me. And then the Battle of Austerlitz. Okay, if you don't know, Battle of Austerlitz is Napoleon's most greatest masterpiece, the perfection of his battle tactic, and then they're ruining it. They ruin it. Okay, spoiler alert. This is how they done about the battles like this. Okay, they set up a camp in the middle of places, and then the Russian and Austrian just smash into the camp, and then the soldiers are in the camp are retreating, and then they have World War I style trench warfare and came out the trench and charge the enemy. I mean, how the fuck 1800 battle like that? I mean, they're rarely using bayonet. I mean, they're using bayonet especially necessary or desperate situation, but I don't know, man. And then the Russian and South Korean are pushed back, and then they are they are retreating, and I kind of and then kind of think like, yes, it's kind of scary if you imagine the scale battle is very quite huge for me. And then Napoleon released his cannon and shoot at the block ice and then torn the enemy. This scene is quite good actually. It's very dark and creepy for me. So if you tell me my rating about the movie, I will be 4 out of 10. I mean, he can do more better, like more bigger scale, because Austerlitz Battle of Austerlitz is take place in a mountainous place. I mean, why don't give us one tunnel place and then do the do the battle in the Austerlitz place? Hey, the Austerlitz. I mean, you can do that. Imagine how Americans make movie about Gettysburg and then they use the all American actor from northern and southern people to to be some soldiers actor in the American Civil War movie about the Battle of Gettysburg. I mean, this movie is more accurate, and I mean, I really enjoy this movie quite better than any modern movie. But yes, Napoleon. I mean, yes, I do enjoy battle, the Gettysburg movie, one of the best battle scenes, but one of the best, one of the best American Civil War movie. And then, okay, next, and talk about the Australia is quite mountainous place, and they should use that mountainous place to make them their soldiers and acting, because imagine if the Waterloo, the Soviet movie Waterloo in 1970 can done better than this movie. This is kind of stupid. And then I we have to skip we have to skip the battle of Jena and Austerlitz because some Napoleon Napoleon had problem and kind of stupid, of course. And I don't really like about talk about Napoleon's how he treated his wife, kind of controversial like that. But he's straight up just passed the most crucial battle against the Prussian that ousted in Jena is kind of what make me angry, feel frustrated. And then we have the after the Battle of Eylau, and the Russian has been defeated, and I then signed a treaty. And I think this Napoleon and Tsar Alexander, his conversation is quite good actually. I really appreciate the guy who's play Tsar Alexander first, the actor, but I think it's quite good actually, not bad either. And the accent is quite good. I mean, not like half of Russian accent, not not really like very hard Russian accent, like where you, what you doing, comrade, like those it's like where you, how are you doing, because or after I other sound. I mean the Russian accent, in Russian English accent is in this movie quite good. And then we have that Napoleon problem, you know, with Napoleon and Josephine, controversy, controversial problem, and I don't want to talk much. Then and they're going to break up, just like you break up with your own crush. And then Russian campaign. Okay, the Russian campaign is very important because quite she cut off some of the most important place battle, like the Battle of Smolensk and Borodino. But the Borodino is quite short only. The Smolensk is doesn't give a fuck. That it doesn't give a fuck to the small Battle of Smolensk, and then Borodino. Okay, and then they have Burning of Moscow is quite scary actually. And then the retreat is quite kind of lame, I guess. And then they cut off some of the part of the history in this movie, like Napoleon surrender, and then the Napoleon surrender, and then how Napoleon surrender to the ally, don't know, because What the fuck? Imagine some non history audience watching this movie. They don't really understand why Napoleon is surrender and abdicate. Okay, for to simplify, Napoleon was defeated at Battle of Light. Napoleon, after his retreat to France, the Europe are again declare war on him, especially Prussia, Russia, and Sweden are come back and kick their ass again. And then the Austrians are also joining, but later in the Battle of Leipzig, Napoleon is defeated and exiled. But Napoleon also that time defending France from the invasion of the coalition. And then there's one guy named Talleyrand. He is betrayed, like, kind of betraying Napoleon like that. And the guy who playing Talleyrand is, I will say, is very good. One of the best actor in this movie. Maybe he could be better. And then Napoleon in exile. I kind of feel lame for the exile. I mean, I feel like watching Napoleon is kind of like unmotivated after he get defeated, and then he's like, oh Josephine, why I should go suffer like this, like and then Josephine die, and then yada yada yada, going to Waterloo. Okay, Waterloo. Okay, as I say, the movie of Waterloo in 19 in 1970, the Soviet version of Napoleon movie is portrayed better and larger. Imagine that large scale battle we can imagine. This Waterloo in 1917 portrayed the movie perfectly well. I mean, if you have CGI, why don't you use, if you don't have many CGI, why don't you get some random Russian, I mean Soviet soldiers as the end, some additional actor for the soldiers. I mean, it's work. It's working pretty well. And you know what? I love it. I love this idea. It's kind of genius how the Soviet film like years ago is very quite good, better than this modern movie portrayed Napoleon. And then he exiled to Elba, and then he yada yada yada. He can exile, and then the girl told Napoleon that the Russian burned the Moscow, not the French. And then I I would like to give some additional things, what like like when the girl asked Napoleon who is his favorite and best general he have, Napoleon will say maybe General Suchet is the best general he have. I mean, I can give some impression if he gets appreciated like that. But one of his favorite general get appreciated. I mean, you can talk about Ney and Dawood, but geez, Ney Suchet is built different because he underrated general. So I would like to appreciate Ney for being one of the most underrated, Suchet being one of the most underrated general in Napoleonic War, especially Nap- the general that Napoleon himself can believe and can handle. He because Suchet is also brilliant and very underrated, very wise, and also a good person, a good general. He's like know how the supply is work in army. So I mean accurate actually, because he more priority his soldiers supply, and his soldier needs that more. So this I would like to say Suchet is my favorite Napoleonic French general. And then yeah, in conclusion, this movie are terribly bad in every way. I wish the movie is not called Napoleon, it's instead called Josephine. Rating 3 out of 10. My description, there is nothing we can do. So thank you for watching. Please give me some, please give me some thumbs up and subscribe, because I will appreciate, and I will pray for you guys, because you guys will, it will be very appreciate for you guys, for you, for our, I will be very appreciate if you do that, because I am very happy. I'm very, I will very appreciate if you do that. And please guys, please give me some subscribe, and I will appreciate you guys 100 more time. If you find my video and see the video, I will very appreciate, and I will make more video review about movie, of course, and my honest reaction about other thing that I will tell. So this is from me. Thank you so much. See you later. Bye. Love you.